What's going on, operators, and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be talking about how to become a hunter in Canada in 3 easy steps. Well, relatively easy. Now, I never thought I'd ever be making a video about this because, well, for one, I've never had a vested interest in ever becoming a hunter. I love animals, and I live right across the street from a supermarket in a pretty urban and developed neighborhood. What need is there for me to become a hunter, you might ask? Well, I also see the world for what it is and what it's becoming, and while that may seem a little bit grim, it is an important skill to have, and it's the reason why I decided to take the plunge and learn how to hunt. Now, we're not going to tell you how to hunt, we're just going to teach you how to become a hunter because it can be a pretty overwhelming process if you're brand new to it. It was definitely an overwhelming process to me, but I can tell you that it's actually quite easy, and a lot of it can be done online. So follow me as we talk about this further. Now, if you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. And of course, if there's anything that I missed or if you have any further questions, you can join the discussion in our Discord linked below. That being said, this video is brought to you by us and CanadianOperator.ca, where you can get some custom-made merch like stickers and t-shirts to help support our videos and help us grow. And we do also make some of our own custom firearm accessories as well. If you're looking for a new grip, a foregrip, maybe an SKS clip, or any of those things, and we will have more coming out in the future. So go ahead and visit CanadianOperator.ca and help support funding of future videos just like this one. Thanks for your support. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to need then is an outdoors card. This is very easy to get. Anybody can do it, and you can do it online. Costs you about $8 to $10 and a few minutes of your time to set up an account if you don't already have one. I'm going to link to Ontario Fish and Wildlife down below, as well as many of the other provincial or territorial authorities that I can find. You may have to do a little searching on this one, or like I said before, come and join our Discord and we may be able to help you out there. But in any case, you want to go over to Ontario Fish and Wildlife. If you're from Ontario, you want to sign up and create an account, and then you just buy your outdoors card for $8 to $10. Now, there's definitely more steps to come after this, but this is the easiest one, and it's something that everybody can do in just a few minutes online, and you will eventually get your card in a few weeks. But the nice thing is that you don't have to wait for your card because you do get some printouts that you can keep with you in the interim, just in case you end up doing your course very quickly, end up getting your tags and your licenses, and you go out hunting very soon. Before you get your actual physical card, you'll have something to show for inspection if required. Consider your outdoors card a little bit like your driver's license. You have your base license, but then you have conditions that are put on that license like G for regular vehicles, M for motorcycles, F for, well, you know who you guys are, and by the way, thanks for your service and everything that you do. But you have various different conditions that allow you to drive different vehicles. Similarly, with your outdoors card, you do have the base card, and then once you're done your hunter education course, which is what we'll talk about next, you'll be able to buy different licenses that allow you to hunt different types of animals. So you can hunt for deer, for example, coyotes or wolves, there's turkey, there's bear, there's a bunch of different choices, and there's a bunch of different hunting seasons throughout the year where those are available. So to be able to hunt those specific animals, you need to have that kind of license. And if you're a fisherman already, then you know exactly what I'm talking about, because although you don't have to get a license for specific fish, you do have to get fishing licenses like the conservation license or the sport fishing license, and those are good for a certain amount of time. Similarly, hunting licenses are the same. The only difference is that they are broken up into various types of animals for which there are different seasons to hunt. So what I would recommend as a first step, it's really easy. Head over to some of the links that we'll have down below. Check out those websites of your provincial authorities that govern and facilitate the hunting and fishing activities in your province, and get your outdoor card or equivalent. That's going to be your first step to becoming a hunter. Let's move on to something that's going to take you a little bit more time, and that is going to be the hunter education course, which is mandatory basically everywhere. Okay, so next up, let's talk about the hunter education course. This is something that every hunter needs to complete, and you need to pass that with an 80% mark or above. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. There's, of course, the in-person way. So if you're someone who's brand new, who is just considering getting their firearms license, like their Canadian Firearms Safety course done, there are a lot of instructors in various provinces that actually bundle these together with hunter education courses if you know at that time that you want to get your firearms license that you also want to hunt. And for you, I would very, very much recommend getting that out of the way because it's kind of a pain to do it later. It's not the end of the world, but it's really nice to be able to get everything done and finished with so that you can move on and actually go and enjoy your firearms and go enjoy hunting. Now, if you're someone who already has their PAL, like me, I have my PAL and my RPAL, Important note here, you can't hunt with your RPAL. But in any case, if you're someone who already has their licenses, you have options as well. You can find it online, and I'll link it down below. We're not affiliated with these guys in any way, but it's actually the course that I took, and it was very, very well presented. A lot of the information was just very easy to absorb. You can have it read all the information for you, which was actually really nice for me. There's videos to watch as well. You get quizzes in between the various sections, and then you get a nice big test at the end, all multiple choice. And once you pass that with 80%, then you can move on to the next step, which we'll talk about in a second. So it's very, very easy, but I would urge you that regardless of if you're going to hunt without a firearm, I would still very much recommend that you go and take the Canadian Firearms Safety course. And the reason for that is because firearms are referenced a lot in the hunter education course. And if you already have a bit of a background with firearms, it'll be a lot easier for you to absorb some of the information that's there. But in any case, you have some options. That is going to be your next step. If you do it online, you have up to 90 days to complete your course, so you can take your time. If you're someone who's working, or if you're someone who's got a lot of other stuff on their plate, you have nothing to worry about. You can take your time. They give you up to 90 days, and it costs less than if you were to do it in person. However, if you'd rather just do it in person, especially if you have the liberty of being able to do your CFSC and your hunter education course at the same time in the same weekend, I would strongly urge you to do that. Just do it one and done, forget about it, and move on with your life. It'll be much, much easier. So what do you do once you are finished your hunter education course? Well, whether you do it in person or whether you do it online, you're going to get some documents that you are going to need to take to your provincial authority, and that is what we're going to be talking about next. Okay, so you've got your outdoors card and you've smoked the hunter education course. What's next? Well, there's only one step left, and that is to get your hunter accreditation on your outdoors card. The way that you're going to do that is you're going to take the documents that you printed off when you did your online course, or that were handed to you when you finished your in-person course, your hunter education course. You're going to take those to your local Service Ontario or equivalent based on the territory or province where you live, and you're going to ask for them to add that accreditation to your outdoors card again, or equivalent, and that is what's going to open the door for you to be able to go back into, for example, the Ontario Fish and Wildlife website in Ontario or equivalent and other places, and get your various licenses and subsequently your tags for hunting various types of animals. So that is really all you need to do. Now there's of course a lot more to this than that. There's, how to actually hunt, where to hunt, what the best time of day is, and all of these other topics that we could discuss forever. But hey, we have a place for that. It's called Discord. We're going to link that down below, and we do have a hunting section there that you can discuss all things hunting with our growing community. So come on over there and have a chat with us. But if you found this video helpful, you can help us out by just subscribing, leaving a like on the video, sharing it with your friends, and making sure to keep notifications on so you don't miss future uploads. If you do want to help us and go above and beyond like these wonderful people here have done, then you can do so simply by following the link down below and becoming a VIP member like they have, or you can head over to CanadianOperator.ca, the sponsor of today's video, and pick up some swag there to help us keep the lights on and more videos coming your way. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you in the next one. And until then, happy hunting? Happy hunting.